Yeah, I'm on the street now. Yeah, I'm like a lion. Yeah, I'm on the street now. Yeah, and then I'm on the ground. Yeah, I'm like a lion. Yeah, I call it street now. I'm what you want, I'm what you found. Yeah, and then I'm on the ground. Yeah, I call it street love. Give me big blue overalls. Give me big blue overalls. Yeah, and then I'm on the ground. Give me big blue overalls. Give me big blue overalls. Yeah, and then I'm all around. Yeah, I want you bad. Yeah, I'm on the street now. Thanks.
So you had an album, Chinatown, come out in October.
Yes.
So I was wondering like how you and the band have been feeling like since this album release.
I think it's a slow burner. Like, I've worked on it for a while, and I thought maybe my face would be on big billboards like the moment it was released, and that maybe like I wouldn't be able to leave the house without people taking my photo for a while. But it turns out that, you know, it's more of an underground kind of slow burning release. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like really nice though.
It is.
Yeah. So I was wondering like where the idea came from to create like an audio visual like concept album.
Yeah, that was I guess so much not an idea of like, hey, I'm going to make an audio-visual album. It was just that I wrote the music and I knew that there was a story that went with it, and the best way to tell the story would be to make some visuals. Yeah, and a lot of people say that maybe the story is a bit vague, which I can understand why they would say that. But for me, it's like a blockbuster movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was it, an album that like came, like you wrote it really quickly, or did it take like a while to get things going?
The writing was, yeah, in a period of, I guess, 8 months of just knowing the songs and knowing they were really special and that they belonged together. But then the recording is what took time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're in Gabriella Cohen's band as well.
Yes, I am.
So I was wondering like how do you balance like both, being like both projects?
I balance it with great precision. I've been really blessed because I've been able to tour with Gabriella a lot, which has helped me prepare for touring with Full Flower. So if anything, it's just like easier because we kind of have each other's bands to do other things in. You kind of stay active. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds really good. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was wondering how, like, if ideas for both projects have like overlap. Like, do you ever like sort of feel like some stuff from like Gabriella's stuff would like come into full flower?
You'd be surprised. It's very much separate in a really cool way. Like, Gabriella has such a clear vision for her work, and I keep my project, at least CHINATOWN, kind of like in its own little world, and I very rarely like engage with people to work on my stuff. And yeah, I think we both have such clear visions that definitely stays separate.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I was also wondering, in terms of like the CHINATOWN, you have the album and the EP. I was wondering, like, why is there like two? Like, what's the difference between those two?
Well, the EP was me learning how to, I guess, record myself. And I had all those 14 tracks written when the EP was released. I just didn't have the expertise, I guess, to record all of them. And I knew that it was really lo-fi, and I just wanted to get better at production before I committed to a full-length album. Yeah. And now I listen to the record and I just think, oh, wow, where's all the lo-fi? But I don't know, some people think it's grunge.
Yeah, well, like, I was listening to it and I could really, like, definitely hear, like, the lo-fi and, like, grunge elements. Like,
yeah.
It has a great sound to it.
See, I think it's a shiny pop album. I do. I think it's, like, so high definition. Anyway,
It is really cool, though.
Thanks. That's what matters.
There's a time before you get old when you just want to love somebody. There's a time before you get old, yeah, you just want to love somebody. You're gonna work it out. You're going to work it out. There's a time before you get old. Your body is open. There's a time, yes, I've been told, yeah, your body is open. There's a time before you go home, yeah, you just want to work it out. You're gonna work it out. You're going to work it out.
Thanks so much.
So I was wondering, did it take you a while to like find what sound suited you, or was it experimentation?
I still don't think I've found a sound that suits me. I think there's always a gap between what you imagine creating and what it is in the physical world. So I've been thinking a lot with the release of the album that gap is quite big for this release, because I had really high expectations for it. And maybe the less you plan, the smaller that gap is, because, you know, if you could record a guitar, you can have a really clear vision for it, but I guess the world will just fill in the blanks of what you don't control. So yeah, I don't think I've found a sound, and I think sounds will continue to find me in a way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know what I want to sound like, but other people have done that. you know, and they might have wanted to sound different themselves, but I think that they did it like so exactly. But yeah, there's always a gap.
Yeah. So you're moving to LA. I was wondering if like the whole band's moving to LA.
Yeah. And for a minute when you said you're moving to LA, I was like, no, I'm not. Don't be silly. Yeah, no, we are moving in 10 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very, very sudden. Do you have like, so like what instigated the move?
So we did a tour with Foxygen at the beginning of the year. And that tour was just sort of like planting a lot of seeds for us. And we felt like it'd be really good to go back to America and continue touring. And the band is coming, which is really cool. Full Flower, that's for Gabriella Cohen, and Full Flower Moon Band will probably find some really cool drums and bass in LA. That's the plan.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
So are you going to be doing like more recording and touring while you're over in LA?
Yeah, I actually have an album written for MGMT. If you're watching, hit me up. No, I have. I've got two full-length albums ready to go. I just need to find a studio over there, knuckle down. Yeah.
That's so awesome. So do you think like you'll come back? Like how long do you think you'll stay in LA for?
I've got a return flight, so I know I'm coming back on the 10th of March.
That's still exciting. That's like a good 5 months spent over there.
Totally. I'm missing Christmas again, though. This is like my 5th year missing Christmas with my family.
Oh, no.
Last Christmas I was recording, and the Christmas before that I was recording. So, there's stuff on the Chinatown album that I recorded Christmas Day because I'm really dedicated to my music.
Take a day off.
I didn't take a day off.
Awesome. So you have a gig coming up.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Could you tell us about that, please?
Yeah. So I needed a show in between all these other gigs that we had, and it turns out the show's going to be tomorrow night on the 9th at the Tote. And I thought it was the big Tote, but it's the Tote upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we're playing with Zoe Fox and the Rocket Clocks, and they're releasing their single and I'm releasing Chinatown album.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be really nice. I think.
I mean, like, it doesn't matter that you're upstairs. You're going to have, like, a great time. And
well, everyone will just feel really intimate.
Yeah. So it'll be a good night. And I was also wondering, where can people find you on social media?
Oh, okay, yeah.
To find out more about you and the band.
Yeah. I run a really great Instagram account for Full Flower Moon Band and the recording studio, Dirty Power Studios, which is, like, how we record our stuff. And, I use Facebook like in a way that I have to, and I think I keep it pretty fresh. And I tried to use Twitter, but I can't use it. I don't use it enough.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, people don't really use it.
Everyone thinks they're really funny on Twitter, and everyone's Twitters look to me like they've just got one quirky thing every couple months, and then I realized I looked like that, so I stopped doing it.
So like, what's the tag, like the @ tag, where people can find you?
So you should go to Full Flower Moon Band, and it's a pretty unique name.
Yeah,
I think it pops
actually
up.
is.
Although everyone keeps going Full Moon Flower Band, which is really funny.
Yeah.
But it's cool. They'll learn. They'll get it
with time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been so good.
Yeah, it's been so nice being in this studio. I'm having a really good time.
Awesome. And everyone, hit up their gig tomorrow night at the Tote.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fantastic night. Once again, thank you.
Thanks.
And you're watching 1700.